So, what is divine timing and is there such a thing? Well, yes, okay, but it's not like some people think that, the timing of things are really outside of your control because you do control to some extent when things come in, okay? So yeah, you can manifest things into your life, obviously, by conscious control, but depending on your own life's journey, you don't have really control over everything, right? So yeah, the conditions in which you were born, or some of the main events that surround your life, you don't have all of that in your conscious control, right? I mean, some things have been set up by you together, with your soul family. You plan things out. The timing of when manifestations come in do depend, obviously, of course, then on your life as a whole, right? Like how things are playing out. And sometimes it's just not the right time, right, for something to come in, because maybe first one chapter has to be closed for before another one can begin, right? So let's say you want to manifest your soulmate, but if you're still in a toxic relationship and you haven't yet finished that relationship, I mean, when you haven't broken up with that person, um you can't let that person go, then how can this new person come in, right? It makes sense. So you have to make room for what needs to come in first before the next thing can come in. So divine timing is mostly depend on yourself. Okay. So yeah, there are things outside of yourself, like external forces that can influence you. Okay, but a lot depends on you. Divine timing is actually all about vibrational alignments. Okay, when you have reached vibrational or energetic alignment with something, so meaning that you are matching the vibrational frequency of the thing that you want to manifest, then it must manifest into your physical experience. Okay, so but yeah, as I said, there are many things that can prevent that or block that from happening. But sometimes, things are working out for your greater good, and it's actually a benefit to you that your manifestation is delayed. So don't think that because something hasn't manifested yet, that this is somehow a problem, okay? That something is going wrong, because you know it's never supposed to come in at the wrong time anyway, right? So there's always a reason for why things haven't yet manifested. Okay, if you're waiting on a manifestation, if you want something to come in but it hasn't yet happened, there's obviously a reason for that. Okay, and obviously it is never the right time if it hasn't manifested yet, because otherwise it would have already happened. Okay, so yeah, but you have to consider whether the reason for that is because you're blocking it, you're stopping the manifestation because of your own fears, or you believe that a delay is necessary, while while that is not the case. Yeah, if things seem to take a long time to manifest, it may be, and most likely it is your beliefs. Okay, so for some reason you believe that it has to take a long time, or you have limiting beliefs because maybe you want something that you have never experienced before, like if you want to manifest a relationship but you never had a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or you want to manifest a large sum of money but you've always been poor, well, then that could be a very good reason why it hasn't happened yet. And it's just because you haven't reached that vibrational alignment, right? So it's all about examining your beliefs and getting rid of what doesn't serve you, okay? The beliefs that are blocking you, and choosing new ones instead, okay? And then keep repeating those thoughts, okay, those beliefs, until it really becomes, ingrained into your subconscious that this is your new identity. And until, when those beliefs become, normal to you, when they become a real part of your identity, then the external world must reflect the beliefs that you now hold to be true. Okay, so yeah, it's all about getting into alignment. Okay, anything that you want, you must achieve vibrational alignment first before it manifests, right? So yeah, it's not necessarily a bad thing if it hasn't happened yet, but you need to achieve that alignment, okay, energetically. Well, see, if you believe in astrology, okay, astrology can also show when things will manifest, okay, but it takes some practice, it takes some knowledge about how astrology works to really figure out, when things actually do manifest for you, because there's a lot that goes into it, okay, like transits, and those transits have to match your birth chart, those placements in your birth chart. So it's quite complicated, okay, to really be sure whether something will manifest on a specific date or a specific time. There's a lot that goes into it, okay. So I'm not an expert in astrology, but I know quite some things about it, okay. So but yeah, I'm not an expert at predicting also. So yeah, um either way, yeah, astrology can show when things will manifest, but astrology is just a reflection of you, okay, of your own energy. So that's why I do believe, free will and predestination are kind of like the same thing. So I do kind of believe that we have, yeah, some free will in how long things, or how little time it will take to manifest something. But on the other hand, I believe if you're destined to have success, let's say later on in life, then it will not happen, when you're really young. Okay, so you have some leeway when it comes to timing, is my personal belief, but it will manifest around the timing that your soul has planned. Okay, and that is mostly in vibrational resonance with your own energy. A lot of people don't really believe in free will because of astrology, because how can free will really exist when astrology literally predicts your future, right? And timing of events. So this is my personal belief that we have somewhat of free will when it comes to timing, but I wouldn't say 100%. Okay, this is just my take on it. So yeah, you can share your own beliefs about this if you want, but yeah, I'm constantly, figuring out all of this stuff, and this has been my experience throughout many years and since my awakening, like what was like 7 years ago. Okay, so yeah, I love you so much, and bye.